Hi, welcome to Astro Journey UK. In tonight's video what I'm going to be doing is imaging a deep sky object, but basically showing you my end-to-end process using the ZWO ASI Air Plus device. You can see in the background here I've got my scope all set up and ready to go, but also I'm going to be showing a new attachment that I've got, which is the Electronic Automatic Focusser as well, and just showing how that end-to-end process is really slick, and you can pretty much almost do everything from the comfort of your settee or armchair. So stay tuned and let's see what we can get. So it's basically dark now. It's what is it, about 10:30 at night, so it's definitely completely dark now. The kit's all set up and ready to go. So what I'm going to do now is just literally open up the ASI Air app and effectively just run through the process of getting everything set up, everything focused and polar aligned, and then selecting some targets, and literally just doing this as quickly as possible just to show you how quick this whole process can be. So everything's all plugged in, and you can see here on the app that the telescope and the camera are all plugged in and ready to go. I've got the camera selected here. It's going through the USB 3 slot, and we'll just turn on cooling now down to minus 20, and yeah, just let that cool. We've got the guide camera all connected, turned on, and just set to sort of the default levels of medium gain and all of the default calibration steps. We've got the telescope all connected as well, using the USB port, which is directly into the mount itself, and then that goes straight into the ASI Air. This is a Skywatch EQ 6R Pro mount, and that is one of the new mounts as well, and that's working with the ASIAIR Plus, which is fantastic. So you can sync the mount location to the information from your phone or your tablet, which is fantastic. Got meridian flip settings here to do the auto meridian flip, but we won't be doing that tonight with this particular imaging session, but very quick, easy settings that you just set there. So yeah, the filter wheels are all connected up. You've got the focus electronic focuser set up as well. That's kind of attached there to the telescope and the focuser. What I'll do just quickly is, because I'm going to just do some images in HA, I'm going to just pre-select that filter, and also you can see the electronic focuser do the work in a minute. So starting off, basically making sure that everything's in focus such that you can do the polar alignment. So we'll just start with focus there, just take an image to see whether we've got rough stars. It's only a 2-second exposure, so that looks like that's okay, and hit the AF button there. So what you need to do for the electronic focuser is to make sure that it's approximately in focus already, so there's some stars that it can track onto, and then just hit the play button. And what this will do is take the stars out of focus, so it will rotate the focus wheel slightly to be out of focus, take an image, find the stars, and then gradually sort of change the focus to get it into focus, and then it will then go out of focus the other side, and it basically creates a V curve, which it can then work out from that V curve, okay, where are the stars the smallest. So you've got a graph here, you've got the electronic automatic focuser position at the bottom. I'm not sure quite what it's measured in, but it's 30,000. My focuser for this setup is actually quite far out from the scope itself. And then you've got the star sizes down the left hand side. So what it's basically can do is take out of focus and then bring into focus and then out of focus again, so it can work out the optimum position for those stars. One of the reasons why I bought this particular focuser as well was because I realised that if I tried to focus and take images with my HA filter and then try to take images with another one of the filters, so the O3 or the S2, they weren't in the same level of focus, so I'd have to refocus. And what I effectively want to do is get my imaging setup properly up and running so I can leave it running all night. Certainly with the nights that we have, we don't get many clear nights, so we've got to take advantage of that as much as possible. And you can see the images, the stars here. Just zoom in, and the stars are pretty sharp. I do have some odd shaped stars in the corners, but that's because of I don't have a chroma corrector or anything like that on this particular scope. So the next step is basically polar alignment. So yeah, everything is just all done within the app itself, and with the ASI Air Plus. Hit play. It's going to take an image of that region, plate solve, then it's going to rotate by hitting next, and it will automatically rotate the mount 60 degrees. Wait for it to finish that, and then it will take another image, plate solve, and then it will be able to work out where Polaris should be relative to that rotation. So it's going to take an image, and typically plate solving failed. What I should really do, actually not with, let's not do that with the hydrogen filter, or let's just increase the exposure and see if that helps. Normally, to be fair, I'll do plate solving with the luminance filter to get as much light through this as possible. So that plate solve correctly this time, and what I need to do is just get that yellow circle as close to the inner circle as possible. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to hit finish. There we go, awesome. Like riding a motorcycle very fast. So that's polar alignment all done now. What we're going to do is go to the first image of my plan and just slew to there and just make sure that everything's focused. But what we can actually do is tell the focuser to do all of that as well. So let's go back up here into Electronic Focusser. So Electronic Focusser, so it's going to autofocus based on the temperature. So let's do autofocus. So every time the temperature drops by 2 degrees or changes, it's going to refocus. Also, you can do it by time, on filter change, but actually what we'll do it on each object starting. So I'm going to select that, and then basically I should be able to run this particular plan. So I've got a plan set up here. It should do Pac-Man, Nebula, and then Pelican, and go through everything from there. So what we'll do again is hit go. Because it's now turned off cooling, I actually need to go back in here. So it's quite nice that it reminds you if you want cooling on your camera, which would make sense if it supports it, then it will remind you to do that, which is great. So we've got all of these settings. Happy with these settings. I'm going to now initiate this plan. So yeah, slewing again to the first target, and that is the Pac-Man Nebula. So slewing to roughly where it thinks it needs to be, plate solving by taking an image, and then confirms where it is. Just waiting for the mount to settle and for guiding to settle. and now because I've told it to, it's going to just do a focus check with that particular target. So we're coming up on the last 20 seconds of this particular exposure. It will take that and then it's going to then move on to the next target. So yep, you can now see that it's slowing to the next target, IC 5070, and also it's loaded the previous image in the background. So we'll just wait for it to finish slewing and plate soldering for the next target. Again, as long as you've got all of the cables all out of the way and there's no problem, then leaving it to do this is not an issue at all. You can see the Pac-Man Nebula here, so you just tap on the screen to see it full screen, and you can just pinch the zoom to move around the image and just see the detail. You can zoom right in and you can check the stars look okay. Also you can use the tools that you've got here as well. There's like a crosshair feature where you can see whether it's properly centered on that particular target. You can also hit annotate, and it will use the plate soldering to say this is the target that you've selected. So you can see that we've got NGC 281, but also you've got detect star here as well. So you can basically get it to analyse the stars in the field or in the image, and you can see how big those stars are as well. You can kind of just keep an eye on that things are in focus and that your stars are as small as they possibly should be. Possibly can be, sorry. So, yep, another 180 seconds, another 3 minutes before this image is complete. So we'll just fast forward until that's done. You can also see the histogram in the bottom here. You can basically reset it so it's not stretched at all, let it do automatic stretching, and you can also zoom in using the plus symbol, and then you can also change these sliders as well to move around with the histogram just to see what detail you can kind of pull out, and just play about with this to see what you've managed to capture. So that's all quite handy capability really. Coming up on another completed image, so that's IC 5070, and then it's going to slew to the next target. There we go, that one's a bit closer, and you can see the image is loaded in the background as well. So I think that was actually Pelican Nebula, I think, maybe. Yep, the Pelican Nebula. So I'm kind of taking these images at the moment with my light on so I can illuminate the scope and everything. Not advised, because it's completely going to wash out the images as well. Doesn't help there's a full moon, but yeah, just so you can see what's going on really. So we're coming up on the completing the third image, and then we're going to be slowing to the fourth and final target. Same plan as before, slew to the location, then use plate soldering to make sure that it's exactly where it needs to be. So it's completed the slew. It's just validating that whether it's centered or not, using plate soldering and then just making minor adjustments until it's actually where it needs to be. Target centered, and then it will start taking the final image. So waits for guiding to settle after moving, and then starts taking the image. So I think just one thing that I wanted to comment on in this particular process is literally how all of the moving parts and all of the equipment just work really, really well together. So you've got the electronic focuser where you can get it to focus between filter wheel changes, temperature changes, object changes, and get it to do all of that automatically for you. When you're using a guide camera, it will know when to start and stop and initiate guiding. It sort of handles the slewing of the mount to the target using plate solving, centers on exactly where it needs to be, and then once it's settled, waits for a bit, kicks off guiding again, and then takes the image. You literally don't have to think about any of that sort of stuff. And I think what this does and how it really helps is you can actually then begin to focus on things like, okay, what do I want to do from a composition point of view? How do I want to align this up? Or I want to spend a night's imaging doing a 4-panel mosaic or something like that. And you can get it to do all of that, do all of the slewing, make sure everything is in focus, and it just makes it so much easier for you. I don't think battling with software, battling with making sure that PhD is talking correctly to APT and that you know that it's working and you don't have to deal with the problem because it's not communicating anymore. All of those sorts of things really, really help. So here's the previous target, and you can kind of just see some of the details from this HA image. I think there's a little bit of movement in stars. That's probably because I noticed that the dew heater had slipped down slightly, so I kind of readjusted that. I've kind of ruined this image a bit by causing star trails a bit there, but that's not the fault of the software in the ASIAIR Plus. That's me meddling. So just need to wait another 108 seconds for this to complete, and then that's our 4-image run, going around various different parts of the night sky, plate solving, initiating guiding, and taking different images without me being involved at all. So as this is the last image, what it's basically going to do is effectively park the mount, turn the cooling off on the camera itself. You can see in the bottom left hand corner, cooler off. You can see the lobster claw nebula now appear, and that's the imaging session. That's 4 completely different targets, everything fundamentally automated through the ASIAIR Plus. I've not really had to do anything apart from just configure it, set everything up and make sure it's properly polar aligned. But it's done all the hard work for us. So I think that's it really.